Hello everyone, this is Erik, the Asian movie enthusiast, and this is my review of The White Storm 2, Drug Lords, a Hong Kong action flick from 2019 that stars Andy Lau and Louis Koo. It was directed by Herman Yau. This is not a direct sequel to The White Storm from 2013 that was directed by Benny Chan, but it is a thematic sequel. In 2004, Triad member Jizo, played by Louis Koo, was caught dealing drugs in his nightclub. His boss punishes Jizo by ordering his compatriot Yu Shun-tin, played by Andy Lau, to cut off his fingers and expel him from the organization. Yu, who witnessed his father being consumed by drug addiction during childhood and abhors drugs as deadly foes, eventually decides to resign from the Triad and live a straight life. It's now 2019, and Yu has become a billionaire tycoon and philanthropist, known as the finance Whiz, after meeting lawyer Michelle, who becomes his wife and business partner. Meanwhile, Jizo has now become one of the biggest drug lords in the Hong Kong underworld, and a policeman, played by Michael Miu, is attempting to bring him to justice. So, Similar to the first film, the negative impact of heavy drug consumption is portrayed on screen and emphasized. Conflicts and characters are basic, but effective enough. Unlike the first film, there's no brotherhood between our main characters. Right from the start, they're basically at each other's throats. Maybe the first 5 minutes they might be considered buddies. The interaction loses whatever multidimensionality could have been present. Some stuff is low-hanging fruit, like the cop lady early on who just came back from maternity leave and is lectured about being safe, but less than 1 minute later, she gets shanked in the neck. It's like they set up the drama and immediately cashed in on it in like 60 seconds. And they kind of rushed that one, guys. So The White Storm 2 it's a blunt movie, all right? It's very blunt. And this bluntness is clearly seen in the antagonist. It's fun watching Louis Koo be a bad guy, though. I gotta tell you. The first time we see him, he's wearing a white dinner jacket, which apparently means that he's not totally bad yet. Of course, he gets betrayed, and it's all downhill from there for this guy. Within 15 minutes of runtime, he's sporting like a bad boy look, dressed all in black. He's torturing dudes, diving headfirst into the criminal underworld, hanging with high-end escorts, just being deliciously evil whenever he can, Koo overdoes it, but in a good way. And he chews the scenery. Oh, by the way, if you happen to own racehorses, make sure you lose to his racehorses. I'll just leave it at that. In any case, Louis Koo kind of makes this movie. Andy Lau's character is the lead. He does some bad things and gets dirt on his hands, which creates uncertain dynamics with the cops. And I liked where they went with his character near the end. I think it kind of made sense. But he's not as fun as Koo's character. Now, the transition from Benny Chan to Herman Yau as a director does eliminate some of the ludicrous components of the prior film. We all love Benny, but, at times he would kind of go too far or over the top in some aspects, and that's one of the reasons why, we love him as a director. Herman Yau is just a little bit more even keel, I guess. Less bombastic. But still, the action is well staged and exciting. The bigger set pieces in this one include a very nice shootout between 3 different parties in like an open area. It might be like a docking area. Between the drug dealers, the cops, and someone else. And there's a lot of crossfire, and it feels very chaotic. It's very effective. You get some Demolition Derby style car crashes and legit stunts. Good scene, all right? There are a few shorter assassination scenes and shootouts. And then you get like the big car chase finale that's actually quite impressive and lengthy enough to be satisfying. It gets crazy enough to give you that adrenaline rush, which is how you want to end an action movie. So I do feel like the action in the first film was a touch better, but this is good. And that's kind of how I feel about The White Storm 2 overall. Maybe not quite as entertaining as its predecessor, but it is worth watching. Currently streaming on YouTube, Amazon, Tubi, and a bunch of other places, so this one's easy to find. Now, if you've seen both of these movies, which one do you prefer? Because I could see some debate happening regarding that. But as always, folks, I'll see you next time.